Hello, everybody. Everybody. Oh my gosh, how's everybody doing? I'm gonna stay off camera today because my grandson just left and I love him to bits. He's been here since the night before last. So tired. We're not going to be here long tonight. We're going to go through, and then he went home last night. He didn't sleep over last night because my daughter just lives 20 minutes down the road. So he wanted to go home last night. But so this morning I woke up super early, did a whole reading, and the audio wasn't working. So, welcome to Liane's technology issues, never ends. So let's get into share. How's everybody doing, by the way? I'll say hi to everybody. I'm going to share the video that I did this morning. I'm going to go back and so funny. So funny. Yeah, there I am. No sound. So you can feel like you're watching me. Listen, Donna, my email's been doing strange things. I'm not getting all my emails. And I've had this before. Have any of you all had this before? I've had this before where so yeah, you're going to be looking psychedelic because my actions are not going to match my words. I'm like a pop star ad-libbing at a concert right now. Except I can't sing. Anyway, so we're not going to be here too long. I did a half an hour reading. I just also miss you all. Like, I love the lives. But after my grandson left, I'm like, hell to the no. I'm not going long tonight. Hello, Marie Curie. Hello, beautiful Donna. Hello, my baby's army. Wendy, nice to see you, honey. Anybody else that's here, welcome in. We haven't done it live in a while, and I'm probably not going to do them much because the algorithm doesn't like when I run lives. It just doesn't. Sherry, all the way in from Australia, sweetie. I don't know if you're still in the chat. Welcome in. So I'm going to read to you. I'm going to go through. Hi. Double vision. And you gotta have laughs. You gotta have laughs. I've been up. I'm like delirious because I've been staying up, as I'm sure most of you have. Staying up like around the clock to keep up to date with this case. It's wild. It's just wild. I can't imagine what the family's going through right now. I can't. So my so my grandson was sleeping, and I'm like up in the middle of the night in bed, just trying to like stay up to date with my earbuds in, falling over in my sleep. Oh God. So yeah, I'm sure everybody here is tired. So okay, so listen, I'm gonna go through what I picked up. They just announced SWAT's on the move again. Oh my God, no way, Hope. No way. So yeah, so do me a favor. If you like the lives, that's incredible. I'll see if I can find that, sweetie. I'm gonna go through what I taped for you this morning. And man, oh man, I updated a little bit. Trust me, Liane's been working. So I'm gonna give you my intuitive hits. Let's just start with that. And welcome into anybody that might be new here that follows this in the replay. I really appreciate you for watching and subscribing. And members only. Try to do a live the other day, but I will do a members first, a couple of videos over the weekend first. And I wanted to welcome you all to Motive.Means.Opportunity, where intuition meets justice. And I'll just tell you the energetic hits that I've had over some really key points in the case in the last couple of days. And then you're going to be blown away because I went in today, the hot topic of the day. Okay. Well, first of all, I want to tell you which picture came first. Let me go back to my notes. Which picture came first? Okay. I'll tell you which one I think came first. And I'm going to tell you why I think it came first. And now let me just read to you. Just say hi once in a while. Thanks, Donna, honey. I'll just read to you what I got. I'm going to go through which picture came first. Again, we're not going to be long today. We'll be about an hour and a half max tonight. I want to talk to you about some hits that I've had off that first video. The gloves that were found. I think, yeah, anyways, the dates of surveillance, why I think they went back as far as January 1st. And then today I did something else about my theory that I want to show you that kind of matches up with some of the evidence. I asked Spirit whether Nancy's still alive. I'll share that with you. And I pulled 3 cards that match the energy, which is absolutely incredible because I pulled using 228 cards. So I'll do that at the end, but I do want to add that I also played around with AI. And you're going to be blown away with what I found on AI. So let's just go to that link now. Okay, let's just watch this first. This is the news, sort of news of the day, if you will, right? Well, I mean, there's a lot going on. Oops, wrong one. There's a lot of news going on. But this one was, the big one, right? Who is this second image? Let's just listen to TMZ, and then I'm going to tell you what I think is going on here.
TMZ has obtained a second email from the man who claims to know the identity of Nancy Guthrie's kidnapper. We told you yesterday that this man sent us an email saying that he will reveal the name if he gets 1 Bitcoin. We checked the account all day.
Okay, I want to just tell you that that's my least confident hit that I have on that. I'm not so sure that that is a complete scam. If you know my other intuitive hits, and this is my this is the one I'm the least confident in that we're going to talk about tonight. And that's the wrong video too. I don't know why I pulled up that video. I don't remember. Let me go back to another. I've got so many links going on from this morning, but I just have this feeling that might be the father. If I'm right in my theory, that might be the kid of the father. I don't know. I'm not really sold 100%, but okay. Let me pull up the right clip now. Oh, I do plan, but it happens every time. Not the one with the guy. Hang on. Not the second one. Hang on, let me pull it up for the love of God. why pre-recorded's better for me. Boo, 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 boo. Well, let's just go back to what I was going to do. My editing. Let's go back to this. You'll know what I'm talking about when you see the recap pictures that I put in. So the TMZ, and I'll show you the picture now, put out a video, and if you don't know which one I'm talking about, then I'll go back and find it for you. TMZ put out this picture. Let me twist it around here if I can. I'm going to put it up on the screen, and then we're going to try to actually get it for you. Sorry, everybody. I had to eat after my grandson left, and I didn't have the time to really get organized. And I was just updating as I was sneaking in peeks. So do you know this video I'm talking about? It's sideways. My apologies. It's sideways. Do you know this one I'm talking about? That TMZ, just let me know yes in the chat, and I'll look for the video. TMZ has been talking about all day about this video that the police are looking into. This guy was caught on camera throughout the neighborhood looking at, just find this fitting video, looking in people's porches. He looks very similar. Is this the right TMZ one? No, this is still the same thing. They got another note. Is it later in this video? Hang on. Because here, is this it? So what happened was, for some reason, there it is. They've blurred his face. I got a picture of his face. So I'm not going to mention who, but this morning when I was watching live, okay, so I'm watching live this morning, I see somebody showing this video, and I got a picture of the guy's face. Now it has since been deleted. This guy here, that's who we're talking about. The TMZ says they got a hold of this video. We'll play this for a minute, and then I'm going to show you what AI says. You're going to be blown away because I got a picture of his face, which I'm not, well, I will have to show you here because I went into AI. I got a picture of his face before it was blurred out. Sent you the live, I think. LOL. What does that mean, honey? Oh no, I think that's delayed. I got it now. It doesn't really matter. I just want to show you the video, but you're going to be blown away. So I compared this guy's face before they blurred it out. Oh, thanks, Donna, honey. Thank you. Before they blurred it out to someone else that I am looking into right now. And you're going to be blown away what AI says. And then I'll tell you my psychic hits over the last couple of days, and then we're going to call it a night.
They had a lead on, apparently. You know, they have to be very careful with identification purposes.
I think I understand that if like the other guy was, I think he was throwing trash away or something like that. Like that one makes sense. For me, this guy's clearly up to no good. So I'm just curious in that case. As far as what happened yesterday when we were on the post, we saw that huge white tarp go up in front of the family. That tent right here that you see. And then
I don't want to talk about that. So that's all we need to see. That video there. Now let's go into my image editing. I'm going to read to you what it says. So the other thing, did you see the sketch artist, a well-known sketch artist, right, came out and said that they put a sketch together. Have you seen that? So that video here, again, because I'm going to go shorter tonight, I'm not showing you everything because I know you're all in this with me. I know you guys in my audience here, and I know you've already seen most of all of this. So this sketch artist, so I compare to the sketch artist, okay? Let's just read what it says. So that's his face. Hang on, it's trying to ask me if I want updates. So you can see now the face. I turned it sideways and I left it that way because I don't want to conceal too much. And I asked chat to compare, to remove the mask. Well, not remove the mask because I had the picture. I'm sorry. I had the picture. So to show that picture, and yes, it was Donna shown on another YouTube channel. And you probably know who, and I'm not going to mention it. To compare rather to the sketch artist. Okay. We called it pick 2 because I asked earlier this morning to go with who I think in pick 1. I'll show you the picture of who I wanted it to compare to. If you've been following me, you'll know who I asked it to compare to. Okay. I asked it to compare to who I think is my prime, person of interest. And as Maureen O'Connell, or is that her last name? The FBI woman that's been on that we all love so much with the blonde hair, the Brian and everybody's now on she's on every podcast going. Okay. I'm going to read you the results. I'm going to ask you all guess. Okay. We're not mentioning names. We know you see picture 1 here. You see who this is. Okay. Now I'm going to show you picture 2. Okay. The TMZ video. There's all the comparisons. Okay. To the sketch artist. So I've asked them, hey, this professional sketch artist did this picture. I want you to compare picture 2 to picture 1. Who looks the most like the sketch artist? Now to go back, the sketch artist, if you want me to show you that video, I'm happy to just show you the clip. It was reported this morning, but I'm sure you all know that a famous, well-known sketch artist took the picture of the guy off the surveillance camera right at Nancy Guthrie's home, removed the mask, and sketched what he believed to be what the perpetrator looked like. Now, he put hair on it. I said, I believe my pick 1 suspect has no hair. So I asked it to remove the hair off the sketch for pick 1, just so you're clear, and to add it back on for pick 2. Okay. Now, tell me, who do you think? Now, they both show pretty strong consistency, and I'll read it really quickly. Who do you think compares the most to the sketch, which is taken from the mask? Pick 1 or pick 2. Do you dare to guess? Do you dare to guess? Anybody? I'll wait here a sec because I know there's some delays. Anybody? Come on, everybody. 1. Thanks, Donna. 1. Anybody else? Anybody else want to guess? I'll read you the results. So I'll go up and I'll read you pick 1. Pick 1. Pick 1. Can you please compare the 2 picks, spaces between eyes, etc., and tell me if these picks could be the same person? Okay. Which I compared to. This is the sketch artist. Can you remove this man's hair? Add a beard with sideburns, please. That's what that result was. Then I said, could you compare this to this? Pick 1, number 1 suspect. I can do a feature-based comparison. I can't identify or confirm the real person's identity, but I can assess whether the 2 images are facially consistent with the same individual. Below is a structural comparison based on what's visible. Eye spacing and alignment, distance between the inner eye corners. I'm not going to read it all. Eye depth, eye height, and tilt. Eye set depth, both appear to be deep set with very little subtle downward tilt. Consistent. The brow structure, brow thickness, medium thick in both. Brow shape, slight arch with strongest Thickness towards the inner third, tapering outward, brow to eye distance, similar vertical distance in both images, consistent. Nose proportions, bridge width, bridge length, tip shape, consistent. Mid-face and cheek structure, cheekbone protection, mid-face width, nasobalia area, consistent. Mouth and philtrum length, mouth length in both, upper lip or thickness, mouth width relative to nose, consistent. Facial hair impact important. The beard changes perceived jaw width and lower face proportions, but in underlying mouth placement and chin height remain consistent. Beard density and growth pattern full, even align well. Beard objects jawline but does not contradict consistency. Forehead and skull shape, forehead appears high in both, forehead slope, temple width consistent. Overall assessment, purely analytic, anatomical, and proportional standpoint. Yes, the two images could plausibly be the same person. It's all plausibility, all opinion, not fact. Now, I've been saying this all along, and I got to be honest with you. We're going to talk about this. I said, because I thought who this was, but I have to be honest with you. I thought maybe I got it wrong because I thought he is taller than the 5'9", 5'10" description that's just been put out late last night. Was it last night? It's all becoming a blur. Let me just say to you, this case, this roller coaster case, for those of you that know me and know how I got into true crime with my dad with dementia, I feel very, very compassionate to this situation. Although my dad wasn't kidnapped, he was defrauded and left alone to die by my mother and his lawyers in Florida. We're Canadian with dementia and did almost die by the time I got him. Okay. So I feel very connected to what this family, I mean, I can't even imagine. Like my hell bears so bare in comparison, but this roller coaster, oh, could it be this? Could it be this? Could it be this? Could it be this? All these pieces of information. That's exactly the energy I lived through, but I didn't have the police. I was on my own. I had to get restraining orders. As you all know, we're not going down that path, but this energy of holy, is it this, is it that? This is exactly the energy I was in, trying to figure out who the F left my dad to die, and which he almost did. His last rites were read by the time the hospital calls me with pneumonia. Who did this to my dad? Who defrauded him of all his money, left him alone to die with dementia in Florida? And so, yeah, I get this energy. It's up and down. So I'm like always second guessing. Okay, I don't think he's that tall though. Or I think that's short rather. I think subject one, picture one for me is taller. But let's just read the results for subject two. Okay. Strong consistency, very consistent. I'm going to go down to the bottom and then I'm going to go back up. I'm going to read you the overall assessment. And then I said, yes, please compare pick one and pick two to the sketch artist photo and which one is more similar to the sketch artist one. And the results. I understand I'll do a side-by-side analytical comparison of pick one versus pick two. The baseline sketch artist image reference. The key fixed traits from the sketch, what we compare to. Eye spacing, eyes, brows, nose, mid-face, mouth, face shape, forehead. This is our anchor. Comparison, pick A versus the sketch. The strengths, eye spacing, eye depth, brow shape and height, nose bridge and length, mid-face length, philtrum length, overall facial symmetry. Weakness, pick one has slightly fuller cheeks. Could be lightening or weight. Beard obscures lower face shape more. Verdict for pick one, very strong match to the sketch. Comparison versus pick two. Nose shape still consistent. Brow ridge, similar prominence. Beard pattern, similar to sketch depiction. Weakness, eye spacing appears slightly wider than the sketch. Eye shape looks rounder due to the video frame. Mid-face appears a bit shorter because of the head tilt. Forehead shape less clearly defined due to the camera angle, perspective distortion. This video still shows skew. Picture two, moderate match, but less precise. Still plausible, but distortion and angle reduced structural. Yes, my angle is off. Picture one is more similar to the sketch artist than picture two. that is the final result. I'm just going to go up and touch on pitch 2 very briefly because it was mainly recapped. I mean, for the most part, because, you know, eye spacing, eye position, eye inner corner distance, inner eye corner distance, the vertical eye placement. These are the measurements that were taken. Eye tilt or the comparison analysis, eyelid exposure, bridge brow, eyebrow structure, nose structure, mid-face proportions, mouth and philtrum. So the same beard and facial hair pattern, forehead and hairline, head posture distortion. Those were the exact same comparisons, just to show you. So very sorely, and that's okay, Moose, honey. I'm over it. So, well, I shouldn't say I'm over it. I'll probably never be over it. I'll probably truly be traumatized for my whole life, but that's it. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Kelly Snyder, you know, even helped me with part of it. You know, we didn't get justice for my dad, but from the Find Me group. So now, okay. So I wanted to show you that. I thought that was absolutely phenomenally interesting. You know, that's sort of the news of the day. Take it for what you will. Everybody is. Sorry, wrong video. Take it for what you will. You know, nobody's knows everything. Those are just, you know, my interesting observations from those pictures, you know. Okay, I'm going to show you now. I'm going to show you now a few things. It's going to be kind of clunky because I apologize. Because again, like I said, I recorded it this morning only to find out my darn earbuds were connected until I started recording. And I don't know, I've had so many weird issues with my earbuds ever since my creepy neighbor situation was with my Wi-Fi. So let me pull up my notes and I'm going to just tell you briefly the intuitive hits that I mentioned earlier. Okay. Picture 1. I want to go back. I'll show you this part of the video. Let me fast forward. I'm using Ashley Banfield's reporting this morning because she had enough. I want to talk to you about these pictures. There's a lot of talk about which picture came first, right? So, and if you don't know what I mean, I'm going to explain it to you. So just bear with me. I'm just moving it along to this section that we're talking about right now. I wanted to tell you that oh, glad to see you're back, Wendy. It's the strangest thing. So intuitive hits, if you don't know, are you don't want to second guess them. It's like a download. A psychic download is just a hit, and it's just a sense of something. And I just have to share with you when I don't know about this gun holster. I don't know anything about guns. I'm Canadian. We don't have laws that allow for guns. But I wouldn't be surprised if this gun holder was once a prop in a play. Not the gun itself, but the holder. It's just a strange hit that I got the very second I noticed that holster. That it's just like, it's freaking weird. And it goes along with what I was showing. Oh, you're welcome, my dear. Thank you for everybody for being here. It goes along to what the video that I did yesterday with the commentary on Ashley Banfield's guest or a couple of days ago. Like, again, it's all becoming a blur and I haven't slept in a couple of days. The video where the guy says, like, this feels staged. And it does. It feels staged. And I just wanted to tell you that because I failed to get all these hits and I don't always have a pen and I need to do a better note-taking thing for myself, for my own records. But yeah, it just feels staged. But let me tell you why I believe this came first. I got such valid confirmation and goosebumps when I'm about to say this, because I don't think it takes a psychic to notice how effing creepy this picture is. But, oh, you agree, Hope? But I have to tell you, oh, I got goosebumps, which is such a validation for me always. The minute you agree too, Marie, the minute I saw this, I want to talk about this picture for a second, and I want to tell you the differences that I picked up, but energetically first. The first photo, he's calm. Everybody's noticing it. He walks up, all the body language experts are noticing. He walks up calmly. He's not, I'm freezing. I gotta get my top on. He's holding, the one first is without the book bag. No. This energy, I don't agree, but we're all entitled to our opinions, so honey. I agree. I disagree, rather. I think this came second. Now, I've heard some experts say that he maybe came back to search to make sure there was no evidence left behind. And I'm going to explain to you my rationale, but I purely think mostly think it came second, because the second I saw this, I picked up a fucking anger, like serious anger. I think this is going to be part of what does this man in, because it does. And Donna, thank you for reminding me about that, because the energy was so different when I picked it up, right? I'm an energetic reader, but that's, for me, I pick up a big time energy as a Reiki level 7 practitioner and healer. You still think 2 peeps, Hope? Well, here, I'm going to give you my theory. I thought so too at first, because the energy was so profoundly different for me. But I'm going to explain to you my theory. And you all can disagree or do whatever you believe. We all have our own opinions, and nobody really knows at the end of the day. But I think this is going to screw this guy, because if you really pay attention to this picture, you can actually see the outline of his face through here. The outline of his face. But I think, let me go to my notes. I think this one came second. Let's talk about what I remember first before going to my notes. Do you remember it was shown by one of the investigators when he leans in and he has a hole, a prick in his finger? And I'm going to actually do this in a little different order than I did it this morning. For some reason, I'm just following my intuition right now. I believe subject 1, picture 1, potentially walked from their home. Okay. That's why there's 2 layers of gloves, 2 layers of clothes. And now I wonder if there was an extra pair of running shoes, because this set of running shoes is not the same as the other camera. Take note. These running shoes have black here, like almost beside the lace at the top. Okay. There is no black on the sole. Let's go back. In this one, I'm going to try to, hang on, get back a little bit more. Hang on. Sorry, y'all. Second one. This one, if he turns, look, the black is under the soles. Let me go small so the black is under the soles, not in the same spot. So you're right. When I noticed that, and one of the other officers caught that the other night on one of the shows, and I Googled, okay, I heard on JLR's live, and kudos to JLR for being out there. He's doing amazing work, and I'm glad to see the mainstream media referencing and acknowledging him, because it takes a lot of energy. I can only imagine. However, okay, so I Googled, and I'm getting validation as I'm saying this, okay? My theory, I've told you, and I'm going to recap some of this, and I'm going to explain to you. So I was on JLR's live. They were talking about, one guy came up and said, getting validation, goosebumps, that there's a trail. That was the day before the police showed up back at Annie's house. They were in the yards, they were in the gutters, they were in the trails, that there was a trail in the 4 miles between Annie Guthrie's home and Nancy's home. I said they came up in behind. JLR's live today. He came in around the car was where the car could have been parked in the roundabout behind Nancy's home. And I do think he walked up that way. Then he went around the front. The first video is this one. Okay. The energy is calm. Now, guess how long it takes. And I put it into ChatGTP. And I asked, how long in the Catalina foothills would it take at night in the dark to walk? Now, remember, if you look at the backpack, they've determined which backpack it is. It does not have flashlights, but there are shoulder pad flashlights that one can buy. And he had the flashlight in his mouth. Guess how long it takes under those conditions to walk from Annie and Tommaso's home to Nancy Guthrie's home at dark in the night on those trails in the Catalina foothills? About 3 to 4 hours. We know she was dropped back home at 9:48. We know it's a 10-minute drive, meaning whoever drove her back home would be back at 10 o'clock. And we know what time? Just before 2. 3 to 4 hours. Time to change. Your bags are pre-packed. I believe this was pre-planned. And you walk the walk. You're wearing 2 layers of clothes because we know it's cold like heck out there. And when you were done with the deed, 40-some minutes later, after your idiot move tries to remove the friggin' camera, which was not successful, and you commit the deed. And in that second video, let's go back there. There's a car in the background with, well, you can see it right. Oh, that's the wrong one. Let's go back to the afterthought. The one I think goes second. The one I think is second. And again, I got more to say on this, so stick with me. I'm going to explain to you my rationale here a little bit deeper. Okay. There's a friggin' car in the background. You've done the deed. You know you got a friggin' camera. He's pissed off now. The car's coming in to take Nancy. And he knows he's got to get rid of that camera. And it's been reported, I believe, by Fox News that there was glass on the front porch. And I've seen pictures of it. So he puts the bag down. He's pissed. He's changed his shoes inside and he's walking back home. And he wants nobody to see him walking with blood on his shoes. He walks back up on this with his face turned around because he likely has blood on his mask. Sorry, not sorry. That's likely this is, and if I'm right, and this came second, he probably has blood on his mask. Look at the car lights. So now he's going to smash the fucking front light. In this energy, he is pissed, and the car's about to come in. And I later said, and I redact now, I was wrong. I thought at first that Nancy maybe got away because the cold case, Chris McDonough, who knows his shit, said, it looks like the blood's coming out the door. But I felt energetically they came in, but that was because he walked in from the back. Now he smashes that light, that car pulls up, and they are now looking for a getaway car. And I believe the 2 people I described in my video, which I did submit to the Find Me group, who Kelly Snyder asked a couple of, I don't know how many, I got the email. not in a typical forum to submit my findings for those of us that had already been working on this case on our own to submit to the FBI. And I said to you, I believe there's a father and a son also helping him out in this. Could I be right? Maybe. Could I be wrong? I don't know. We're going to figure that out in time. But I think this is the getaway car, and they're waiting there. And now he's going to smash the light and get rid of the evidence. The glass is on the ground so they can pull her in up the car. And because we also saw video drops that Ashley Banfield showed us in the video that we're looking at now, later on, the blood droplets that were found. Let me see if I can pull that up. Let me see if I can pull that up. She shows it later on at the end of this video. The blood droplets expand out. Okay, you're going to have to trust me. She shows later on in this video that the blood drops expand out further out. Remember, Brian Etten reported just up on the steps. Now we know, because I want to say Fox again reported that the blood spatter, sorry everybody, I'm just trying to find it here. I know it's here. I've watched this video. Look at the lights. Look at the lights. Now, that also means you'd need a flashlight to walk in the dark and in the pot, someone's face looking around the corner. Is there? I think that's the brick, honey. But you could be right. You could be right. I thought that was see the brick here on the edge. But yeah, so that's my theory. And again, you can see that somebody noted when the glove goes up to the camera, there's a hole on it. And that's this first picture, if my theory is correct, because in the 3 to 4 hour walk, perhaps they pricked a cactus. Perhaps they know it's extremely cold. Now, I want to go back to, I'm going to show you a quick video after I tell you some points that we know in this case. I'll show you that. I meant to do that first, but, you know, my ADHD got ahead of me. There's a video that Fox did today, and I thought this is a perfect time to go back about what we do know. We know that's Nancy Guthrie's blood outside. We know that, you know, because we've seen a shot of it now, that the blood comes out of that trail. We know, this is key, that person, everybody keeps saying, had to be familiar with the neighborhood. They walk up there nonchalantly. They're not afraid. They're not afraid of the camera. They're not, the body language experts say at this point, they're comfortable, they're confident. Because if my theory is right, they don't think that this is going to go afoul. And do they know this neighborhood? Well, Brian Etten and JLR and everybody's like, it's freaking amazing here. And in the dark, not a chance in heck they would find their way in here if they didn't know it. Then you add what we also know, that they didn't think potentially, allegedly, that this might get the FBI's attention. No worries. Oh, that a different angle? It could be, you know, it could be. If you can email that to me, I'll have a look at it, Moose. We also know that they feel that, you know, potentially a lot of the police have been chiming in, but that she did not have backup. Did they not expect the backup to be able to be retrieved from the FBI? Let's face it, it took them a while, right? Did they think the FBI wasn't going to get involved? Because it's also come out that Sheriff Nanos doesn't like to cooperate with the FBI. I'm not getting into the politicsing of that one. I think it's well, you know me well enough to know, those of you that know me, if I start down that road, we're going to hear Liane rant, because I am so fucking, this guy's the most arrogant little whatever. But I've also heard, as Ashley said in this same video, which I'll put at the link to below that we're looking up on the screen here, that, you know, it's not maybe such a bad thing that the lab that he might have sent this the glove inside the house that they found. I see a comment on it. that lab has a great reputation. It's just, I think it makes more sense that everything is being tested, but that's just me. I'm not an expert. So it just seems to be, you know, like this is the time to be a team player, you know. This is the time. And I just have other issues with how that site's been handled, the crime scene and everything else. So I'm gonna get off that. But okay, let me go back to my notes here. So I think pick 2 comes second. And also, when I told you to go in and look at that face, I think that's a mistake. I think they might be able to really clearly, well, no, I said that already. I'm sorry. It was said already that they don't have the recognition to pull the mask off. The technology, they don't believe is there yet. Let me just go back. They're looking and they're tracking. They are looking and they are tracking. Now, they found a lot of gloves. Theoretically, if what I'm saying is correct, if my theory is correct, I think they put the evidence, the knapsack, and Nancy in the getaway car with the lights you see below. Let's get focused this time. Yeah, no kidding. Hey, Kitty, are you here, honey? Nice to see you. Nosy Rosie, nice to see you. That's your new handle name? I can't keep up with all the new handle names. Nosy Rosie, welcome in, Kitty. Nice to see you, lovey. I almost sent you a text the other day and then I got sidetracked. What was I saying? Focus. Yeah, let me focus. This is why lives are so a challenge for me. Let me pull up my notes. I stopped to say hi and then I'm just all ADHD'd out. Yeah, there's lots of gloves, but I do wonder if, in my impression was that my sense is that the car took the evidence with Nancy and this person walked back home. I want to make mention of the other thing that was noted. Okay. I've had these backpacks. I like to hike, but if you're not a hiker, you don't wear them with the strap on. And people were noting he was walking up with the strap on because it balances you. You don't want to tilt it in the dark and lose your balance and fall into a cactus or step on a snake or a scorpion at night. It's just my theory. Just my theory. So you're going to put that bag on if you're going for a long hike, and you're going to put the strap on it. And you're going to double layer up to keep warm. You're going to put 2 gloves on, 2 pants on, etc. That's just, again, my theory. Last little bit here, and then we're going to almost be done. I don't know about this, but I'm curious. I haven't really tapped into the energy of this, but I am curious. It kind of, I got a hit, but I don't normally just go with one reporting of one hit. But I'm wondering if they believe this person obviously scanned and canvassed the neighborhood, right? But they went back and asked for people to get to a certain point. Campbell and JLR was out there yesterday. I pulled it up further out towards where I have given my belief of where they could be, up north a little bit. I believe they're following that trail out. I believe they're following, either they're pinging a phone or evidence that's been found along the way or whatever, but they're tracking and trying to find a car to catch on the cameras, right? And they've put that out, right? So I do sense, and I'm hoping I'm right, that they're going to catch one, that they're going to catch them soon, even though the astrology is saying differently, right? We went through that on another video, but I'm wondering if they're going that far back, and it's just a hit that I got, because that person may have they might think that this is a sexual crime. I hate to say it. And that person maybe just was released from jail. I'm just saying that's just a hit that I get. And I think if my theory, which I'm still standing behind, and if you missed it, go to the other videos. And I said it, the other thing I said, way back when I was doing lives, we didn't even know these ransom notes were literally going to come forward. And I said, you're going to hear about it. And so I feel like I've been somewhat accurate on this case so far. I'll pull you the cards that I got too in a second, because I'm going to wrap this up in a second. But I do feel that that's a potential, that they maybe, and if I'm wrong, And we've heard, and God forbid, I hope I'm not wrong, and I hope I'm right, because I also tapped in and still feel she's alive. I do. I know that sounds so bizarre, but I do. And that's because of my theory. I don't believe there was intent to hurt. Okay. But I'm wondering if there is a potential that if I'm, that they talked about that could be a sex kit in the bag, right? And so I just curious, because I kind of got a hit on that I felt that might be what they're thinking. I think that the kid they took in for questioning, his dad got out not too long ago. Really? Okay, honey. Interesting. So final closing thoughts. I want to do another prayer for Nancy. In the next couple of days, I'm going to do a members first, couple of readings over the weekend. And maybe on Monday, we'll do that live prayer thing I was hoping to do, that I was expecting to do a couple of days ago. But this case has been so wild. It's just a constant evolution of what if they got him, it's just this roller coaster ride. But I really do believe that Nancy's alive. And I want to just show some pictures. I think you've all been seeing the pictures of people putting flowers out and everything in the community. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And I really want to, cling to positivity. And again, the astrology does not favor sent a text to messenger has both names. Oh, say the text. Sweetie, I deleted messenger from my phone. Can you email it, Hope? And I'll cover it maybe in the next one, because I'm so freaking tired. I don't want to stay on too long, but I'll try to pick it up before I'm out of here. If I can find it before, if you can email it to me before, then I'll mention it. Hang on, I'm looking for on my notes. Just trying to close everything out. Hang on. At the top of my notes. And then I'm going to tell you, oh boy, I'm going to tell you the cards that I picked. Oh, I also wanted to show, I meant to show this earlier. For anybody that's new here, welcome in. By the way, we hit over 6,000. Thank you. There is a video here, because a lot of you've asked, do I, as a psychic medium, do I report to the police? Kelly Snyder, it feels longer than that, man, was on our show live 9 months ago talking about Sebastian Rogers. Okay. This is the founder of the Find Me group that I work with I volunteer as a psychic medium. He's amazing. He was in the Secret Service for 20 some years, put, behind bars, 4,000 criminals, and started the Find Me group. So before we go to that, I'm going to leave you with the people donating and the positive prayers thought. I want to just show you the 3 cards I pulled up. Okay, I had 225 cards, and I asked for Nancy Guthrie's energy. She's thinking about the kids. This is the 6 of Cups. This is your kids card. You're going to be blown away by the next one. 6 of Cups, kids card. Let me see if I can. Let me delete my, I'm in bed, but you know what, whatever. You guys kind of know me. Okay, 6 of Cups. Okay, that's your kids card. She's thinking of her kids. Out of 228 cards, these are the 3 I pulled. The next one, beside the kids. And today, I was looking at the mask and the face mask all day. Self-sabotage. Kids, self-sabotage. Kids. Look at the mask. Look at the mask. And the 3rd card, follow the money. So I thought that was very, very interesting. Okay, Hope, let me go and check. I was trying to pull up the link from JLR to show you the pictures of the flowers, but I think you've all seen that. I'm going to try to find, I wanted to close out today with the song that Donna wrote for Nancy that we were using for our prayers, but I couldn't find it. Like, again, I'm having some email issues, technical issues. I started to see at the beginning of this, I can see an email coming in on my cell phone, and then I can't find it. It's vanished in my inbox. And unless I see who it's coming from, I can search it and find it and pull it up, but it doesn't show up unless I search for it. It's the strangest thing. Anyways, everybody, thank you for being here. Hang on. Oh, I just got it now, Hope. It's just about to log off. And I just got, let me pull up your email. Your email of the name. Okay, hang on. Sorry, I'm just, where are you getting this from? Yeah, I don't want to report this. I know, honey. I know. I can't say I can validate it, sweetie. I appreciate it. I know you did this last time and you were right, but I just, I don't know. This is just another YouTube channel. I'm trying to stay away from sensationalism and all that stuff. It's just, I can't say that I can validate this. Hang on. And I'm not sure I've seen the stream, so. Suspected vehicle. Neighbors in the area reported seeing a gray truck or dark colored SUV, and police have been asking residents about their own vehicles and whether they own a truck. Is that what you're saying? Okay. I just can't substantiate this, honey. So, I'll try not to, what we do here is intuition meets justice, but I try not to, just give their names. I don't see it. I don't see their names, and I don't want to just give their names. So I don't want to do that. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to stay out of speculation. Yes, I have intuitive hits, but I'm trying not to report on things that, I don't know for sure. So anyways, here I said I would be at about an hour. I know some of you guys mod on for Tara, and Tara's running her stream in like 3.5 minutes, 2 minutes. So thank you for being here. Look for, I'm going to do 2 members first. The next 2 videos I do, they go to members first. Thank you to all the members. It's $2.99 a month if you're interested in a members. And look for members first, like I said, videos, and also thumbs up. Appreciate you all for being here. And I will do, let me just check now, Hope. And I will do a prayer video. Hopefully, Donna, maybe if you have a chance, you can send me that song again. I don't know. Again, Hope, like, these are just a live YouTuber's comments in the stream, so I can't say for sure, but I appreciate you and I love you for sending it. Okay, everybody, do the YouTube things. Love and light. Look out for the next videos. Thank you for being here. Peace out. Pray for Nancy. Prayers for Nancy.